10 big lies about India. Let's check this out. नमस्ते, मेरा चैनल थिंकिंग नाश में आपका स्वागत है। मेरा नाम नाश है। I'm from Mexico, so welcome to my channel, the channel where we talk and react things related to India. You know that I'm enjoying doing these videos for you guys because I'm enjoying knowing your country day after day. And you know, mi casa es tu casa. I think a lot of you are now knowing that phrase, mi casa es tu casa. And it's super cool when you say it as well to me. It's just amazing to feel all the love that you have. And the people that doesn't know what is mi casa es tu casa, my home is your home. So thank you so much. And if you're enjoying this channel, you can subscribe here, and as well you can follow me in my Instagram, thinking.nash. And if you're enjoying this video as well, you can give thumbs up. When I saw this video, I was extremely curious about it because you know they're trying to know the most that they can about India. Then I saw about the 10 biggest lies about India, and I say, oh my, that's very interesting because I want to see if some things that I know about India are lies or not lies, or maybe, you know, like I think so it will give me a better perspective because you hear a lot of things. Like for example, one of the lies that I have here about India, that people believe that you worship cows because it's a recognition of family. So I think so that's something very interesting that I learned that is completely fake until I start making all these videos and knowing more about your country. So as well, it's very interesting to see what is a lie, to be able to as well to say to other people, you know what, that's completely fake. India is not like that, or that doesn't happen in India. So I'm very curious. Let me know if you knew about these lies, or even if you know more lies that people think about India, and just put there in the comments because you know that I love when you put their comments for me. So let's check this video and then we talk about this.
Has the second largest population in the world next to China, and not to mention even the amount of Indians that have immigrated to other countries. And with a lot of people comes a lot of different stereotypes, misconceptions, and lies. So welcome back to another episode of FTD Facts. My name is Leroy Kenton, and this is the latest episode in our Biggest Lies series. We've done them about several other countries before, and now I found 10 for India. So let's just jump into everything. So the lie at number 10 is Indian is a language. Oh my God, like, can you speak Indian? Speak Indian. No. Indian is not a language, it's a nationality, okay? And there are hundreds of languages actually spoken throughout India, and the language of English and Hindi are the most widely spoken languages. And actually that leads me to the next lie. Indians speak Hindu? Okay guys, you know, a lot of people get confused with the religion of Hindu and the language of Hindi. So yes, Hindu is the religion and Hindi is the language. But yeah, you'll definitely be surprised that many Indians don't even speak Hindi anyways. They speak languages of the Dravidian origin. And as a matter of fact, Hindi isn't even taught in many of the schools in India. Also, every region has its own set of languages, and Hindi is spoken in its purest form in the northern sections of India. Now the next lie is Indians are poor, but they're happy. So I guess this one comes from watching different movies and TV shows. You know, I remember that movie Slumdog Millionaire and all of that. There are slums in India. However, the Indian population is divided into 3 basic categories. Like there's the poor, there's the middle class, and then there's the rich. And even though there is a lot of poverty in the country, the biggest economic group is the middle class. They live great lifestyles and have amazing homes as well. Also, some of the richest people in the world live in India. So to assume that it's just a poor country, but they're happy anyways being poor, that is just a straight up lie. The next one is Indians are uneducated. This is probably one of the most inaccurate stereotypes because Indians are highly educated. They don't just work at convenience stores, you know. Indian educational system is a very important part to the country. Even poor families from different villages strive to make their children have the best education. There's a lot of doctors and engineers that come out of India, as well as people with MBAs and PhDs, all sorts of major qualifications, and business people. The education system in India is very competitive and challenging. And I've heard that it's even more challenging than some of the schools over here in the West. So yeah, anyways, bottom line is a lot of smart people coming out of India. Now this other one kind of ties into the previous lie at number 7, but all Indians are IT experts. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten those IT calls from India that are just straight up scams. But yeah, this is another big lie. Indians have showcased a lot of different talents in various fields, including the information technology field, of course. But yeah, there's a lot of popular personalities from India like Priyanka Chopra, she's an actress and a singer. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he's into politics and he's the current Prime Minister of India. Dhoni, who's big into sports, he's a major cricket player. And Amartya Sen is known in the field of literature. So yeah, there's a whole sea of talents that the people of India have. Halfway in at number 5, all marriages are arranged by Indian parents. And in all honesty, if you go to India and you speak to the families there, they're actually quite liberal in who their children marry. Even as the majority of marriages in India are arranged, there's definitely a huge rise in love marriages. You know, people just get married because they really love each other, have nothing to do with the parents. And also in India, marriages aren't really forced upon the kids these days, although yes, it is a big dream and wish and a hope and prayer for a lot of Indian parents, like many other countries, for their kids to get married. It's a big lie to say that they're all forced. Now, I actually heard this one this week. Indians are vegetarians because they worship cows. So Indians, they do have a mix of vegetarian and non-vegetarians, pescatarians, all sorts of tarians. I mean, like Indians, they eat buttered chicken and kebabs with beef, and they do have a wide variety of vegetarian dishes as well as non-vegetarian dishes. Really, there's a whole buffet in the country of India. There's also belief that Indians worship millions of gods, 330 million gods to be exact. Now these gods and goddesses have multiple heads and arms and all of that, so like what kind of thing is going on here in the religion of Hinduism, which is the largest religion in India? But not many people know that while Hindus do believe that God is in everything, it's all a manifestation of one source and creator of reality, which they refer to as Brahman. So therefore every living and non-living thing is viewed as sacred. Each of the gods and goddesses in Hinduism also represent individual aspects of Brahman. So for example, Ganesh is worshipped for good fortune and removing obstacles. And Hinduism doesn't actually prescribe any sort of set path for people. Rather, the followers focus on building their own genuine connection with God. And they can pick and choose whichever deity they feel to worship, which all represent an aspect of the one true God anyways. Now, the second lie is Indians all do yoga and say namaste. So there's been a huge growth in the New Age spirituality, especially over here in the West, and it's brought a lot of different views up in terms of spirituality from India. Yet the yoga wali practice in the West is completely different from the centuries old tradition that is practiced in India. Also, not everyone in India incorporates yoga into their daily lives, and while namaste is a very integral part in the Indian culture, it's no longer a universal greeting in modern Indian society. Normally you hear that type of greeting used in formal gatherings or when people are interacting with elders. It's also most common where they speak Hindi in its truest form, and you'll find that in North India. And the final biggest misconception, stereotype, and lie about India is that India has no toilets. I hear this one all the time, like seriously, and I see them in the comment section. You guys are like terrible sometimes towards Indians. Anyways, that's another story though. But yes, you'll find that there's many squatter toilets in India, and also many places don't have toilets. However, the government of India claims that the situation has been improving rapidly since 2015, and this is mainly due to the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan campaign. And according to the latest numbers, only 5% of the total population of India have no access to toilets at all, and that is far from all Indians having no toilets. Okay guys, so those were the 10 biggest misconceptions, stereotypes, and just straight up lies about India and Indians. Let me know down below in the comments section, what other lies do you know about?
That was really interesting, especially I never hear about the toilets. I just saw in a movie that making a comment about that they don't have toilets, but I didn't imagine that people will perceive it like Indians don't have toilets. I just imagine that they have toilets, I guess. Squats, yes, I know about the squats because when I was living in China, they use squats too. So yeah, I know about those. But a lot of some of the lies, they were like very interesting. Other ones I didn't hear about the arrangement marriage. Actually, I believe first that everybody can marry whatever they want. Then I hear that the marriage, basically almost all of them are arranged. And now then I start learning that it's not the case. That can be 50-50. That it's not always like that. You know, then basically I knew a half true, then a half lie, and then again the truth. It's very interesting that way. But yeah, I think so. It's a lot of misconceptions about India as well. I think so. For example, when Hollywood shows India, is always showing the poor parts. It's the same when they do about the Mexican movie, that always show the gangster part, you know, or the ranch part. Actually, I remember one time that I went to Spain, and the guy was telling me that in Mexico, people is still all the time in horses and hats. I was like, no, we have cars too. Like, it's normal, you know, we have like pavimented cars. And he was like, really? I thought it was like just in the movie that you don't have, like, you have just those roads and everybody's in a horse and with a hat. And I was like, no, it doesn't work like that. Then I believe that something similar happened in India, that people just see what they show, like all the chaos, poverty and all that. And that's why I'm looking forward to go and see it, because usually they don't show that nice part about India, and then they just show the poverty, the shocking parts. So I think so it's a lie to say that India is that. I think so it's a huge diversity country that will have like the dark faces and the good faces and the light faces. So I'm really looking forward to don't be just hearing about these lies, all these kind of things that people say about India, and just experience everything by myself and just be able to share to the world how amazing is India. Not just the chaotic places, you know, like as well the modern places, the new places, just the fancy places, all that kind of things, because I think so too much lies about India already, too much about how chaos, about poverty, about this. And yeah, maybe in some places happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I'm not saying that it happened everywhere, you know, like that's not 100% India. And I kind of relate in that way, because I think so in somehow it happened as well with Mexico, and the way that people see sometimes Mexico from an ignorance point of view. And then I think so that's why I think it's important to show the world that we are more to share, not just that kind of structured ideas that I see on TV and they don't know more. And I have to say, because I was one of those persons before starting this channel, I didn't know too much about India, and I have a lot of stereotypes about India. So now, you know, my heart is there completely. I'm just waiting for COVID to pass and be able to be there and enjoy everything and experience everything. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. What do you think about this video? What do you think about these lies? Just put there in the comments, even if you know more lies that they didn't mention here. It will be very, very interesting for me to know. Thank you. See you tomorrow with another video, and have an amazing day. Bye.